Well, hello everyone. How we all doing today? Welcome to the next episode of Camping with Angry Geese. Yeah, that seems to be the plan. Anyway, welcome to the channel, everybody, and welcome to my house. Matter of fact, for the next 2 days, I live right here. This will be home for the next couple days, right here by the water. No, we're not aggressive or angry or any of that stuff. Not at all. He's been doing that for like 10 minutes. He just runs everybody off. We don't like you down here. Then he goes back. He picks one, runs them off, goes back. Anyway. All right. Enough with the crazy goose. Anyway, I am in Letcher County, Kentucky today at a little place called Fishpond Lake. I was going to go camp over there in that little cubby hole over there just because it looks so inviting, you know what I mean? But that one or that one there, the level part isn't big enough for the tent that I brought, unfortunately. We moved over here, got a nice big wide open area and plenty of room to spread out and have some fun. Brought my big inflatable tent. I brought my e-bike. Brought a raft. Brought a big, I think it's a 4-man raft, something like that. It's a big old raft. So I'm gonna do me some fishing and camping and biking and all this good stuff. All right, I guess ain't much left to do at this point, but stop running my mouth and get to work. Okay, well, we are set up. That was easy. I just snapped my fingers and everything just kind of jumped up into place. It was amazing. I didn't have to do anything at all. All of this stuff just set itself up. Possibly not. Possibly not. But it's up either way. So, but I do have one little problem to report. Well, two actually. Two little problems so far to report. One, we've got a leak. I blew it up and she is flat. The sides are fine. These two chambers are okay, but that one, not so much. So we'll see how that works out. I figure maybe tomorrow blow it up and play in it a little while and get back out before we sink. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But also, I forgot one little piece that goes to my diesel heater. It's the outer tube that this one goes inside of to keep, from getting the tent, scorching the tent or anything. I did forget that. But I have a plan B in mind. Got something in mind for a little bit later that I think will work, but I haven't tested it yet. So we may or may not have heat tonight. Just depends, I think. I think my plan will work. But anyway, we've got the house all set up nice and neat. Got my kitchen over here, power bank. Got my solar panel just barely reaches it. But hey, as long as it reaches, we're good. I'm fine with that. Got a little kink right there, in that tube. I guess I could take the vinyl strap loose and straighten it out, but I don't mind. I really don't care that much. That little kink can stay right there the whole trip. I'm happy with it. Like it. But yeah, we seem to be set up in here really well. It was actually pretty warm when I first got here, when when everything set itself up, not me. It was very warm. And there was this one white duck. Where'd she go? Where'd Betty go? Hey, Betty, where'd you go? There's white duck was laying right here the whole afternoon, whole day. I didn't even see her leave. All the company showed up, ran my duck off. It's going to be my camp duck. Betty, where you at? No, I don't know a Betty. It's not named after anybody. It's just, I don't know. First thing came to mind, it was hanging out there all day. And yeah, I gave her, a couple crackers, she's just hanging around. I'm going to call you Betty. She didn't object. She didn't seem to mind being called Betty. So, okay, Betty it is. But anyway, all right. Now that we're set up, I guess my plan today, since it's kind of late now, what is it, like 5? Oh, it's 6:30. Later than I thought. So, I guess, here in a minute, I did do a couple laps around the lake real quick just to kind of cool off earlier when the sun was out. A little cool off ride, But I guess it's about time to get the barbecue going. I've got to get dinner started and get some hooks in the water. I've ran into several people. One guy named JJ, he's a local. The park superintendent knows him. And he's apparently a little bit of a local fishing legend. He's got a 10-pounder out of this pond. So, yeah, that's pretty good. That is not bad at all. 10-pound bass out of here. But he said there's a lot of catfish in here too, and just trout and all sorts of stuff in here. So yeah. But the lake itself, I thought it was weird that we were talking, and you know how most lakes are fed by, there's a little creek coming in here, and there's a mountain spring comes in right over here. But you can see it's just a little trickle of water, and that one is too. But the lake is filled underground. It's an underground stream that flows into here. This used to be an old coal mine facility, and there's the roof of one of the old concrete buildings. If we can get the raft, I'll show it to you tomorrow if it'll work. But it's right over there, and you can see the top of that old building underneath the water. So, yeah, like I said, it used to be an old coal mining facility. And, when they cut into it, apparently we cut into the underground spring and started to fill. And they just decided, hey, we'll just put a dam there and we'll make us a little lake. Here we go. Here we are. Lake. But it's a nice little place too. If anybody, in the area looking for a little place to kind of come and camp and hang out. They have primitive sites like these, like this. Anywhere you want to go, wherever you want to set up is fine, no problem. I think it's like $10 a night. It's not much. And they've also got the powered sites right up here, RV sites with power and water. I'm thinking they're 20 a night, 22, 25, whatever. Not much. It's very reasonable for what you get. You get the campground, the lake, and you've also got. Last I heard, there was 22 miles. But I'm pretty sure they've been adding 22 miles of trails right up that little road right there. You can get back in the mountains and just disappear, go trail riding for a while on ATV or dirt bike or whatever you got. But there's supposedly, now I have never seen this, there's supposedly right up on this peak up here, like a little sort of a shed, that sits up there, and we were talking about that, and he said, you need to go up there and camp. I would love to go up there and camp. That's side-by-side territory. I'd have to pull the side-by-side over here, load everything in the side-by-side, and then go up the mountain and camp. That don't sound too bad either. I've been known to get a little bit carried away, have been known to get a little carried away with my campsites from time to time, just to be honest, I suppose. I don't know. When you was young, you just throw up a little tent somewhere, you didn't care. The comfy bed wasn't really an issue. You'd sleep on the floor, you didn't care. But you know what I mean. Like with side-by-sides, with age comes the cage. Tents are a little bit different. With age comes the comfy bed. But yeah, we should be good to go and all set up for a spectacular little adventure here. And well guys, our charcoal is just about ready. And I've got the ribs laid out here on some foil and got, what is it? Guy Ferris Flavor Town Smoking Hickory Barbecue Sauce. I'm gonna wrap him all up and put him on there and let him simmer and get some hooks in the water. Just about that time. Yeah. And the geese are chilled, ain't they? They're all up on the bank. I wonder if they sleep like that. I guess we'll find out tonight, won't we? Find out all about geese. All right, let me get the ribs on, get my grill back on, and get this folded up and get everything on the fire. But I did want to show y'all something. I got a little bit creative since I didn't have my other tube, the outer tube for this. I found a beer can in the garbage. Cut the top off and the bottom off of it. Put a couple little pebbles inside of it. I don't know if y'all can see that. Where is it? Yeah, there. Got a couple pebbles down inside there to hold the tube up into the center. And, you know, I usually do a triple wall for the, you know, for the tent. But I guess we're going to have to make do with a double wall tonight. So, you know. And well, that's all we got, you know, it's either that or no heat. So, yeah, we can take 5 minutes and modify a can, I guess. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I don't believe it's a pretty good ways from the main heat. So I don't think it's going to be that hot all the way back there to begin with. I'd hate to burn, you know, burn a big hole in the thing already. But anyway, all right, my charcoal is burning up. I'm standing here running my mouth. We're at prime time. I need to get this on there and get dinner going. Yeah. What'd you get the trout on?
Minnow.
Minnow? Worm?
Was it minnow? It was minnow.
Yeah. It's a pretty one, ain't it?
We're going back down there and hit it again.
There you go.
Catfish.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. Probably better off down by the dam.
Bluegill, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. That's a big one, ain't it?
My pond, I've got some in there that big.
Really?
They come that far up on my hand.
Yeah.
Bluegill. But I won't eat them. I go out there and sit and drink me a Budweiser and sit there and catch them and I'll throw them back in.
Yeah. Well, guys, y'all have fun. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
I hope you catch a bunch.
If you look, we come back, we'll show them to you.
All right, all right. Very cool. Very pretty place, too. Look at that. Just all over. And look at the geese. Babies. There's a whole bunch of little babies. They haven't. We'll see y'all later, guys. Y'all have a great evening.
You too.
I'll be here when y'all head back up. I'll be here. All right. How's my ribs doing? They're steaming. That'll work. We got them wrapped up real good and tight. When that starts to swell up, puff up, we're getting there. Well, we're in the water now. Had the lines in for about 20 minutes and haven't gotten any bites yet, but it's early. We just now got here. We got all night tonight, all day tomorrow, and part of the next day. Very nice though. Sun's gone down. Figured I'd go ahead and get me a little campfire going. Y'all know the rule, you have to have a campfire. So yeah, there it is. We can say we officially had a campfire, so we're definitely camping. Man, you guys are little. Like we just hatched about 10 minutes ago. Mommy ain't very big either. A bunch of geese still hanging around. I haven't fed them anything yet, so we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of leery about feeding them too soon. I don't want them to get, just kind of come down and take over. You know how stuff like that goes. Probably need to watch my rods a little bit closer, don't I? I like this camp, though. I like this campsite. This is a really good little spot. I don't know if you can hear that simmer in there or not. They're just bubbling away. Temperature looks to be just about right. I don't want to get it too hot and burn the bottom. I want them to be nice and even all the way through. Somebody just came down a little while ago and brought the geese a bunch of food. Thing is, there's been 2 or 3 other people down here already bringing the geese a bunch of food. They're not even interested. They're just swimming around. Some of them are. Figure we walk up and check it out just for a second. Goose dinner before we have our dinner. Look at the ducks too. Little baby ducks over there. That's good stuff, ain't it? Yeah, that's delicious. Oh, it's popcorn. Oh. Look at that big one run that little baby off. You got to get it wet. Huh, they take the popcorn down to the water and get it wet. I'm pretty peaceful right now. We're not fighting too much. They're usually, you know how geese are. A handful of food, man, they go crazy over it. But I guess these are fed pretty well. Come to think of it, they do look pretty thick. Yeah, especially you. That's impersonal. That popcorn good? No, we're wearing it out, ain't we? Just casual grazing. The little ones are funny. One of them will get something, and then they'll all go take after that one. Instead of getting their own, they'll go after that one. Have mommy there with them. That is really cute. The way they just move, like a little wave of baby duck. See, one of them ran up and got a piece of popcorn, brought it down to the water, and now they all want that piece of popcorn. All right, I guess that's enough of the goose dinner. I need to go check on my dinner. Excuse me. Very pretty. They got it made here, don't they? Their own private pond. Got sous chefs bringing them food at all hours of the day. They got it made. And all the bugs you can eat. Not a half bad looking campsite, huh? Not too shabby. And we're all lit up now. It's almost time. Take the ribs up. They're just about cooked out of charcoal, so they're done either way. Now, they should be well done. They've been on for a long time. I've been cooking them real slow. Let them just sit in there and simmer. But so far, I have not got the first bite. I cranked them in a little while ago, checked it, and the liver looked like it was just, well, I started to say it looked like it just put on. It was, pale, but still whole. So, yeah, nothing has touched it. Kind of had a feeling back here in the backwaters, there might not be a whole lot. They're usually, deeper water down by the dam. And it looks to be the case. But that's fine, though. I seriously don't mind. I get plenty fishing in. Finally got the rest of my lights ran. Kind of shows just a little bit. You can see the wire, but oh well. That'll work. It's starting to get a little bit chilly. It's about 65 right now. And probably headed for about 60 or so. It's not going to get real cold, but either way, just fire up the diesel heater, set it for 70 and forget about it. Easy enough. You don't have to worry about anything. But power is already being an issue because I have a couple things. I thought I had everything charged, but I didn't. And a couple things that needed it. So I'm down to 84% right now. But that's okay. I've got all day tomorrow to charge everything up and, get everything back up to peak. So we should be, or close enough anyway. Okay, well, we have moved inside and closed up, the clear vinyl. We can still see out, but, hold heat at the same time. And the ribs are ready. I've got the laptop all set up, ready to load a movie. And my heater seems to be doing just fine. Verify here real quick. Move that just a hair. That looks about right. No problems though. Seems to be working just fine. A little piece of trash. That's all it takes sometimes. I like that though. I do like that. Just some little piece of trash. And I mean, you got a beer can. It don't look real cool, but it does work. It's fully functional. And it's an aluminum tube, exactly like the aluminum tube I left at the house, almost. A little shorter. But hey, it works. I can feel it too. It's starting to level off in here now. But yeah, I got the thermostat set for 68. Good to go. Home sweet home, right? We should be all set and good to go. We got extra fuel. And we now have all of our parts, more or less. So, okay. Alright. Before my ribs get cold. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Juicy little bite. That barbecue sauce is good. Sweet. That is really good. I like that. Okay. All right. Let's pick out a movie. Relax a little bit. And, yeah. Just kind of hang out. Maybe hang out by the fire a little bit after dinner. And just kind of play it by ear. I guess that's how you do camping, right? Make it up as you go. Well, we're in full-on lounge lizard mode now. Kick back, got Gladiator loaded. It was the first thing I saw. Close enough, whatever. I'm not watching a whole movie anyway. I just figured, just something to just kind of chill and relax and just kind of unwind a little bit. Be honest with y'all, I am pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm pretty much wiped out. It's been a long day. Been a fun one, but it's been a long day, that's for sure. Tomorrow should be fun though, just kind of goofing off. I've got all the work done now. So tomorrow should be just a whole bunch of fun on a stick. All kinds of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's kind of chilly outside, to be honest. Right now it's about 60. It's not cold or anything. You're not going to freeze to death, but it's a little bit chilly. But it is super nice in here. I mean, it's like 70. I got it set on I think I had it on 71. And it is just t-shirt weather in here. It's really nice. No problem. Movie loaded. Ready to relax a little bit and just kind of unwind from the day. It'll soon be time to shut the lights out and go to bed. Very soon. I can feel it. It ain't gonna be that much longer. I can tell you that much. I am wore out. Alright, let's watch a little bit of movie. And yeah, I'll be back in a few to say goodnight. Well, I somehow managed to make it to midnight without falling asleep. I changed the movie, put on old school war movie, Hamburger Hill. It's a good movie. I hadn't seen that in many years. But anyway, I have had it. I got nothing left. I'm going to bed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. Well, the sun is almost up. It's just now touching my bank here. So it'll be getting sunny pretty soon. And you know how it is, that early morning. I mean, it's a beautiful morning. Been a great morning, people going by on boats. Well, one boat. And one boat and guy over here fishing a little bit and a girl up there fishing way back in there. But I haven't seen anybody catch anything. The only fish I've seen so far, well, other than in the water, I've seen a bunch in the water, is that one trout and one bluegill. Personally, I still haven't had the first bite. Not a single. Of course, I guess, I'm fishing for the wrong thing in the wrong place, too. I know that. I do realize that. Just kind of hanging out in your comfy chair and got your coffee. Like I said, it's kind of hard to have a bad day in this situation. Did get my panels wrong. I was thinking, that's east over there. I won't have to move it. Oh well, this will be about noon. I'll have to put them back here sometime late afternoon or something. Put them back that way, but either way, whatever. As soon as some sun gets to where I can get a hold of it, I'm going to grab it and hook up and see if I see. I think I'm at 61, 62, something like that, 63 maybe, on the main power bank, which I've got a little one. I've got a little backup in the car, but it's not, it's not quite the same thing as, the big one. It's the big power station. It's got 6 plugs on it and USB, everything. Was that a bite? Nah, crazy talk. I see a turtle right there. That guy's over in the weeds, probably after a crawdad or something. And looks like some over there moving in. Now it looks like they're going to stake out that little bench over there and fish that way. A little turtle just getting it. He's right here now. Geese are pretty quiet. When that boat, the 2 guys came in with the boat earlier, and there's a ramp right here, and where they pulled in and launched their boat, the geese saw them, and apparently thought they were there to feed them. And probably, I don't know, 30, 40 geese, 50 geese. I don't know how many. But, I mean, you could just hear them, you know, coming in like a train. You know, it sounded like a wah, 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 and they all just piled up over there. We want food. We want breakfast. You're the only one out here, so you're giving us breakfast now. Should be a great day, though. Gets nice and warm. We take the bike out. That I'll sometime this afternoon. I'm gonna definitely give her a shot. You know, what's the worst could happen? You know, I mean, come on. Blow the floor back up, maybe play a little bit anyway, before we have to come back out and either quit or blow it up again. Well, it's about 11:30 now, going on noon. It's turning out to be a beautiful day, really nice. All the other people that were here fishing, everyone has left except for the two guys that are out on the boat down through there somewhere. So I've got the whole lake all to my lonesome. How about that? How pretty is this, though? Just look at that. How pretty. You know, if you're going to hang out somewhere, that's about as good a place to hang out as any, ain't it? But I thought those two guys over there had caught a bass, but I took the bike over there, rode the bike over real quick and asked them, you know. Nope, nothing. Nothing but a couple snags, lost a lure or two. That's about it. The lady that was up there, I think she said she caught 2 little bluegill. And so that brings the tally up to 1 trout, 3 bluegill so far. Alright, we got the camera mounted on the handlebar of the bike. So I figure we'll go take us a little ride around and look around a little bit and have some fun. Plenty of geese, ain't they? Look at that. Geese everywhere. Just hanging out. There's corn. You can see there's corn all over the place over here. There's been 3 cars so far today that have came by and dropped off food for the geese. Great big bags. That one's, well, cracked corn there. It's good, ain't it? That's good, ain't it? Alright, let's go for a ride. Make one little pit stop. Let's see what camp looks like from the other side. Not too bad. That looks pretty decent. Looks cozy anyway, don't it? check out this view. A really good view right here. Look at that. That's the Boy Scout camp right over there with the boat dock. Get my camera. We may need a picture of this. A flower bed. Big flower garden right up here. Not sure if it's, you know, blooming yet or not. Nope. Just now getting going. That's it right there. Bunch of wildflowers sown in there. It's beautiful. Just all kinds of crazy colors. I guess. Yeah, check out this hill down here. Little bike climbs real good. Very torquey. Figured we'd come down this way. Geese were asleep on the other end. Hey, there's Betty, the one white duck. What's up, Betty? How are you today? Did you find you some shade? It did that yesterday. Sat underneath that bench the whole time I was packing up, like 5 feet away from me. It was just shade. She wasn't to move. I like this spot. And back at camp. Still pretty shady. Sun hasn't quite hit my solar panels yet, but it soon will. Very soon, it'll be full sun here. It's nice, ain't it? Just kind of hanging around now. It's about 2 o'clock. I've, wandered back down toward camp and, excuse me, reset my solar panel to track the sun. I guess you can't ride the bike all day long, right? Here in about an hour, I guess, probably about 3 is my plan. Probably run up into town and get some dinner. I've got some, camp food, backup stuff, canned, that kind of thing. I think, considering that the town of Jenkins is only, less than 10 minutes, I'll run up, grab something good for dinner instead of, canned something. Very nice day, though. I've seen a handful of people every now and then. A vehicle. How you doing? Every now and then a vehicle will drive by. A motorcycle, something like that. Somebody on a Harley. Good place to cruise. Just really pretty scenery. There comes somebody now. Looks like somebody's about to have some fun, don't it? Y'all see that? Big black snake. Look at that thing. They kill rattlesnakes though, so they're cool. They're cool. Black snakes are okay in our book. Alright, dude, just wanted to, you know, make you YouTube famous for a second. You have a good one. He's about 3.5, 4 foot long, by the way, in case anybody's curious. He's not exactly tiny. Well, we're down in Jenkins, Kentucky at the Save-A-Lot. I was kind of hoping they'd have a deli or, you know, something, you know, prepared, but we don't. So, plan B. It really is a hunt for food. Let's see, there's a gas station right over there. I think there's a Hardee's or something. Look at that old fire truck sitting there. Okay, camp dinner on day 2. A big bag of Hardee's. And I got me a couple cups of ice too. I got some Gatorades back at camp, getting a little bit warm. So I got me some ice. Did run into one. Is a lady had like a little dog, you know, looked like she was about 80. I was passing by. I just said, "Good morning." She said, "Merry Christmas." I'm still not sure if she was joking or not. I have zero clue what's, you know, you just go on in the store and get your burger. Don't, you know. Mind your own business. Let's get back to camp. Back at camp, and what's up, geese? Anyway, underneath my little canopy, it's pretty toasty out in the sun. But anyway, we have lunch. Now I was kind of, look here, big, what is it? And no, come on. Fine. On the receipt. Yeah, big ham and cheese. Big? And also, on the menu, it said jumbo chili dog. When you get it, it's a regular hot dog, and it says rate 1 hot dog. Jumbo chili, you know. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It's lunchtime, ain't it? Well, let's have some lunch with the geese. Dinner with the goose babies. I brought them some stuff. We'll break it out in a little while. They're not starving to death. They're getting, everybody's bringing them food. Well, yeah, I see you. Hello there. How you doing? Yeah, it's a nice looking family you got there. They all yours? Huh? Why don't you just stare at me? Alright. Now you gotta be fast now. You gotta be quicker than your babies. You ready? I'll let the baby have it. Throw me another one now. I'll let the baby have it too. There we go. Well, we're getting very loosey-goosey around here, ain't we? I think they have accepted me as one of their own. They're really good parents, though. You can see the, the pair, and they'll stay with their babies. If one of them starts to get, what they think is a little bit too close to you, they'll stand there and watch you and watch the baby and all that stuff. They're trying. They're some good parents. No doubt. And they seem to be doing really well. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 babies. I don't see any more with those two. Got a nice little family y'all got there. Yeah, it's a nice family. Shady back there too, huh? That is cute. Look at that. And get a picture of Betty. And she's on the move. She looks like she's old. She just walks slow, kind of floppy. She looks like she's old. Yeah, you. Still a pretty good view, ain't it? Hang on, hang on. Selfie time. Look at that. That is really pretty. Feels weird. I keep wanting to kill the engine whenever I come to a stop. Good day. Back at camp, nice little cool-off ride. Worked like a charm. We had to break out some yummy snacks. I was just sitting here, just kind of sitting around, and that little light brown one right there just walked right up to me, walked right up here and looked right at me. I mean, it obviously didn't say anything, but you could tell that, hey, you got any food? That's exactly what that duck was thinking. Yeah, we got some snacks. We can hook a duck up. Yeah, you're a good girl. There's more, don't run off. There's more. Just because that one duck says we gotta go don't mean you gotta go. Okay. That one duck up front, the dark one, the brown one, he says we gotta go, so we gotta go. All kinds of snacks still laying there. Really good, yummy ones. All right. Well, another day and another sunset. This time over a beautiful mountain lake with ducks all over the place and geese. Very cool little setup, isn't it? Nice place they got. Very nice. It'll soon be dark. It'll be just about time to turn the heat back on, which it's not supposed to be super cold or anything tonight, but about 50. So, not too bad. Nothing dramatic. But tomorrow will be pack-up day. Be my last night here, this trip anyway. I figure I'll get up early in the morning, and my goal anyway is to try to get all the little stuff fairly early, and then just as soon as the morning dew burns off, rip the tent down and the top and hit the road. Been a fun little trip. I think the bike had like 20 some miles. It's got like 70 now. So, yeah, we did a little bit of riding. Still got like 70% charge too. Yeah, great little trip. Got a lot of stuff in the last couple days. A lot of adventure for, 48 hours. All right, one more adventure to go. We got the nighttime, and then in the morning, and then pack up. So we still got a little ways to go. We're not quite done just yet. Close, but not quite. Well, the sun is gone, and this like very calm atmosphere has just settled over the lake back in here. Look at this. See what I mean? I got the tent switched over. We're ready for night mode. I like that. Every opening on it, all the windows, doors, you have like 4 options. You can have nothing at all, screen, window, or regular tent fabric. So I like the clear, the clear windows. Of course, I guess I can see where some people might, opt for the privacy and close them all up. But I don't know. I like to leave, the ones facing something cool. You wake up in the middle of the night and, like last night, if I heard those guys over there, the lights and stuff, if I'd had my windows closed, I would have just heard, you know what I mean? You get where I'm going here. But with the window, and you wake up and, the first light of the day and all that kind of stuff, I like that. I like windows on a tent. I hate mesh tops. Cannot stand those things. Absolutely useless. Tits on a bull. But we are ready. And you still got some stuff to do, move the bike and, get lights ready, things like that. Probably go ahead and just put fishing poles away and throw the liver in. Well, it is just about to get real dark again. Sun's gone. Camera does good at night though. In the little viewfinder, it looks really good, looks bright. But it's getting pretty dark out a little bit. The geese have called it a day. There's some people up there fishing now. They caught a little bass a minute ago. And I believe I mentioned him, a guy named JJ. He was getting some water for minnows and stuff. He's done really well. I think he had like 8 today. He was showing me videos. Hi guys, how y'all doing? So same 5 ducks been hanging around. That pale one right in the middle. Yeah, that one. That's the one that came up earlier begging for food. Anyway, alright, we got us a little fire going, and it's kick back and relax time for the evening. We're tents all set up for night mode. I've got my diesel heater ready, filled up. All I gotta do is hook the wire up and turn it on. We're ready. Alright, one more night, one more good night. Well, it's good and dark now, ain't it? I don't know if y'all can see any stars on the camera, but there's a few out. I don't see any on the screen. But yeah, that's how dark it is. Not too shabby over here though. I think I'm gonna run across the pond real quick. Go over to the other side of the lake, just see what the campsite looks like from over there. Why not? Looks pretty good from over here. See if we can zoom. No way. Need to turn the lights off from the car and see what it looks like. You too. Thank you. Looks pretty bright. That'll work. Well, guys, it is starting to get just a little bit late on me. It's about 10:30 now. But yeah, been a great day. Been a great little trip. But it is just about time to head in and kick my shoes off and take my hoodie off and get the heater fired up. Not supposed to be cold tonight. I just checked a few minutes ago. They're saying about 50 degrees tonight. So not too, not real bad, but, why not? Just set a thermostat and you don't have to worry about it, right? Piece of cake. But let's see. I think we are pretty much set up in here. Got to watch the black ropes. That's the only thing. My other ones have reflective, But yeah, we are set up in here. Looks pretty good. All I got to do is hook up the wires to my heater and turn it on. And we're ready to relax for the evening. That sounds pretty good. Kick my shoes off. Where'd my house shoes go? Alright, let's gather up junk out here. Get everything situated. And let's put my bike under the awning. So, not going to hurt it, but, I might want to ride in the morning. I don't know. Alright, let's grab some junk and start moving things indoors. Well, we're pretty much into relax mode now. Got everything sealed up and got the heater running, snacks. Saving Private Ryan loaded up. Watch a little movie before we relax. Watch some TV. But anyway, I'll probably be calling it a night here in a few minutes either way. So, good night, everybody. See y'all bright and early. Good morning, everybody. It is day 3, pack up day. I've been up, it's about like 7:15, something like that. It's really early. Yeah. I've been up like maybe 10 minutes or so, just long enough to heat up some coffee and, run to the bathroom real quick. And some baby ducks out there playing with birds. They have been all over this place. This has really been a poultry camping trip, ain't it? Get it? Poultry camping, poultry. Anyway. Alright, I guess get woke up here and all that good stuff. It's not supposed to be real hot today. It's supposed to be, I think, 75 out there today, but it's about 50 right now. So it's not real warm. And over here, you're in the shady spot too, which it'll come in handy when it's, but anyway. Alright, let's have a little bit of coffee, get woke up, and get packed up and hit the flux capacitor and warp back to the house. Like 3 movie references in that one sentence. Yeah, who can name them all? Alright, let's get to it, get woke up. And feed some ducks. Whatever we got left over we'll give to the ducks, and whatever liver's left over, they probably love it now. It's all rotten, you can't really bait it, can't use it for bait, but I'm sure catfish and turtles would love it. And check them out, it's that same little family that's been coming over here. That light brown one right there, that one on the right there, heading for the water to dunk her cracker in the water. She will come right up to the tent. She gets right there and will look in the tent and look me right in the eye. Quack, 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 quack. Tell me that duck ain't spoiled. You are rotten. Tell me they ain't used to people being here. They know how to play you like a fiddle, don't they? Quack, quack. Hey, dude, you got any more of them crackers? Those are pretty good. Here we go. We give the geese some, too. Yeah. I know, right? There we go. There's you a whole bunch. Whoa, about dropped my camera. Look at them. Like sharks. Dun 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 dun. Here we go, guys. There we go. These things are spoiled rotten. I've seen at least yesterday, at least 4 cars coming up dropping cracked corn and popcorn and just all kinds of stuff. These guys are spoiled rotten. Especially her. I got here, I thought the white one, the white duck, I thought Betty was going to be my buddy. She sat right there the whole time I was doing everything, just kind of look at me every now and then. I'd give her a snack or something, but she took off. I only saw her once. She hanging, there she is, way up there. But yeah, that little family of ducks right there. This seems to be like their little spot or something. They just kind of come over here and graze around looking for stuff. This must be their little spot. They're really cool though, ain't they? Friendly duck. Who ever heard of a friendly duck? There we go. Well, the sun is up and it's getting warm and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. I stepped outside from the tent and the geese thought I was giving them more food, so they're coming from all directions. Anyway, before we, that, I just wanted to show y'all something. I have something, y'all know how I like to test out new products, weird little, how I am about my gadgets. If you've been watching the channel, you know how I like my, I like my little gadgets. I like my toys. Well, I have one today in all seriousness, guys, a few of you will probably be ordering in the next 20 minutes. This right here, this is something that I've been using since I've been here. I've been here, this is my 3rd day, it's pack up day. But I've been testing this thing and, got to take it out and kick the tires and, light the fires and kick the tires, as the saying goes. But I had a company called Orbinexa, Orbynexa, contact me and sent me an email and, about the Starlink Mini. Now, a lot of y'all got these things. I've seen these on, you see them all over the place. Campers and RVs and cars. And, a buddy of mine, Keith Gibson, does airboat tours on the Tug River to Hatfield McCoy sites. He has one on his airboat, But the thing about this is, when you buy this, right, now you can get, the $50 service is what I've got. It's plenty for us, I use it quite a bit, out here, and that's still plenty for me. But when you buy these, you buy this under the concept that it's portable, right? You can go anywhere you want, anytime you want, and have internet access from anywhere, even a place like this, a mountain lake in the middle of nowhere in eastern Kentucky. The problem is that's not the case. That's not true. You have to be tethered to your power source. Now you can either use a big power bank like I'm using here, with or without the solar component. Excuse me. With or without the solar component. You can connect it by an adapter to your car and use it in your car. That makes it mobile, right? That makes it mobile. So does this. This makes it mobile. Neither one of them makes it portable. And that's what you bought it for. You bought the Starlink Mini to be portable. But it's not. You see where I'm going here? You see why I said a few of you will probably be ordering one of these in the next 20 minutes? Well, all right. This is a battery. I'm just going to lay this down here. I'm still online. It just clips in. You know how you use you'll have the mounts, different mounts that you can just clip in here to put it, to mount it to whatever. This battery just clips in just exactly like one of the mounts does. And you just plug it in. This right here becomes your new power cable. That's your new power port. Instead of here, it's now here. It also gives you a dedicated on and off power switch for your Mini, which it doesn't have. It's the cable. You just unplug it to shut it down. Also got, outward, outbound ports right here for charging, if you want to use it as a backup. But, that's what the power bank's for. But anyway, this thing has a capacity of 35,000 milliamp hours, MAH. I don't know if y'all, some of you may, be into that kind of thing and know what that means. But in reality, it means about 5 hours of internet service. Uninterrupted internet service anywhere on planet Earth. Okay? As long as you are not in a cave, in a coal mine, or, underground somewhere, you get where I'm going here. You can throw this in your backpack. This will fit in a backpack. Look at that, how slim it is. That will fit in a backpack. This makes the Starlink Mini truly portable, which is what you bought it for in the first place. This thing is obnoxiously cheap. I don't mean the quality, I mean the price. It is very reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced. And we will also have a discount code for you guys as well. We got a link for you and a discount code as well. But it comes with, pretty case, and cables, instructions, all that kind of stuff, but there's not really a whole lot to learn. It's kind of just one plug, one button, not really a whole lot of, learning curve going on here. But I really do like it. And thank you, Orbinexa, for sending this to us and asking us to review it for you. Yeah, absolutely awesome, awesome product. I am sure that I will be using this quite often in the future. On our other channel, I have another channel called the Hillbilly Files, for some of you who don't know. I go out in the mountains and try to find old lost historic sites and, tell stories, that sort of thing, what happened, that kind of stuff. And a lot of times you get out in the middle of nowhere and, I've been taking, I'll actually show it to you. A little orange power bank, I think, is here. That. I take that when I go out on the field trips looking for stuff in case, I need to pull up a satellite image or, look up some little text or, you know what I mean, whatever the case may be. Contact Heather, I'll be late. And this right here, I used this on one trip so far, and I had 0 bars, no cell service whatsoever. Got this thing out. You push one button. I laid it on top of my car and had high-speed internet right there on the spot instantly. Now, you cannot beat that, guys. And like I said, these are extremely affordable. Very affordable. And it turns something that you bought into be portable. I mean, it's mobile. It's not portable. It's mobile. And that's a big difference. But this turns something that you intended to be portable into something that really is portable. Okay? And the price, like I said, the price is great. And it seems to last. I had it on battery power pretty much all afternoon yesterday. I have, I get a little bit in the morning and then it gets behind the trees and then it drops right over there. So I've got, 5 hours or so of good sunlight on the panels, which is what I did yesterday. And I just disconnected it, to hit the power bank full strength, and ran on this while the whole thing was charging back up. And I ran it all day long yesterday. And like I said, I've tested it 2 or 3 times, out in the field on the other channel. But I just wanted to take a minute and actually show this thing to you guys. I absolutely love it. I truly do love it. It's a game changer, you heard that saying, the future is now. We're there. Good Lord, duck fight. What's going on out there? What in the world is going on out there? Coyote or something? Oh, dog. Morning. It's a dog. But anyway, all right, I need to get back to work. It's almost pack up time, about time to get ready to go. But like I said, I did want to make a point to show you guys this. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. And yeah, thank you, Urbanexa. Very much appreciate this. This is going to come in very handy, not only on this channel, but on the other one as well. Save me a whole lot of time, a whole lot of trouble, and make my life a whole lot easier. All right, moving on. What's up next? The sun is out. It's starting to warm up just a little bit. The geese are going crazy. And it is just about time to start loading up. Just about time to get all packed up. But yeah, I'll run on battery for then. Beautiful place though, isn't it? Gorgeous place. Water just so green and reflective. Ducks and geese. There's a whole great big group of them coming up the lake right now. This is the one I was showing y'all earlier. That light brown one right there. The second one. Second one out on the left. That one comes right up there. She's done this about 4 or 5 times since I've been here in the last 3 days. It'll stand right there by that pole, by that tent pole, and look inside, look in the tent, and look you, like with that eye, and then look at you with that eye, and just stand there and look at you like she's, trying to get your attention. She wants some snacks. Hey, you got any food? Rest of you ducks and geese, y'all need to take real good care of her. That's your meal ticket right there. All right, let's get to gadget packing, I guess. We got a lot of work to do. Of course, we got all day to do it, too. So I guess that kind of evens it out, don't it? Been a great little trip. Seen several big turtles in here, too. Great big ones. Beautiful morning. Look at that big old flock of them coming up through there. Beautiful place. All right, let's get to work. Well, guys, I had just now started to pack up. I got the doors on the tent open, the big doors on the end to pack it up. And I was thinking, man, this is a lot of stuff to do. And I just happened to look down in that wood pile right there, and I found a magic stick. So we're going to try something different this time. We're going to try our magic stick. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom! Wow! Okay, I did not think that was going to work. Huh. Magic stick. What do you think about that, y'all? Huh. I know one thing. There's going to be some major changes around here. That's for sure. Well, guys, I guess that pretty much ends our little video over here at Fishpond Lake. Been a great little trip. Been a great little adventure. Seen all kinds of stuff. Had all kinds of fun. Been a great little trip. But anyway, I guess until the next time, guys, till the next episode, or if we take over the world, you know, whichever comes first, whatever. We'll see y'all then. Until then, Leo out.